Responding to trafficking. There are three elements that constitute the process of trafficking. The first one is the act, what is done, the means, how it is done, and the purpose, why it is done. If any one of these elements is missing, then the process of trafficking cannot be made up. Now, whenever we talk about the first constitute, that is act, that what is done, it can be in the form of recruitment, transport, transferring of individuals from one place to another, harboring, or it can be received of person. The second constitute that make up the process of trafficking is by the means, how it is done, by which means organisms are transferred from one place to another. It can be in the form of threat, use of force, abduction, fraud, abuse of power, or in the form of incentives. For example, in case of child labor, which is a form of trafficking, payments or benefits are given to the family members. The third important constitute is the purpose, why it is done. This leads to the range of exploitations. For example, trafficking in women and in girls, it is very much common. So this will lead to prostitution, and it also leads to number of diseases transmission, that is of sexually transmitted diseases, HIV, AIDS, or hepatitis. So sexual exploitation is there. Then forced labor, slavery, removal of organs. For example, individuals which are involved in the processes of trafficking, they remove the organs from the victims and sell them at a higher price. Now, the response to trafficking must be regulated not only within the country but also across borders. This will also help us in regulating the range of exploitative purposes, helps in regulating the victimizers, either they are the children, men or women. We have to regulate the processes with or without the involvement of organized victim groups. Now there are three steps of prevention trafficking in persons. First one, prevent trafficking in persons, then prevent victims of human trafficking, and the third important way of prevention of trafficking is to prevent trafficking offenders. So these are the three ways by which we can prevent the processes of trafficking. Now here we want to educate our public. This can be done by performing the research or by giving awareness programs. We have to promote protocols and capacity building in order to prevent and suppress the trafficking in persons. Then there is need to strengthening the quality of partnerships and of coordination. So these are the ways by which we can educate our public and solve the problem of trafficking, whether it is related to trafficking in persons or it is associated with trafficking offenders.